So it's a known fact that Umbridge is the worst character in Harry Potter, surpassing Voldemort. People just accept it. But did you know that there's actual, scientific book research for why she's worse? It's common knowledge that Death Eaters can't produce a Patronus except for Snape, who uses his love for Lily to Patronus. The Patronus one? Yeah, I'm making it a verb. I can do what I want. And Umbridge actually does one too when we see her in the films giving people life sentences in Azkaban. She does her little creepy cat, which is saying something because I love cats. If I have to make them creepy, you've ruined two things for me: the Harry Potter series and cats. Dumbledore trash. I hate Dumbledore too. He came into my Umbridge hate. But anyway, so that means that her Patronus is produced by causing suffering to others. Like, she doesn't just do it. Like, she gets joy out of it. It gives her a happy memory in order to produce a Patronus. Don't even touch the idea that she was also abusive to students. Garbage. Thank you. Okay, look, you and I need to have a little conversation, because I read that and I was like, okay, it's probably just an internet rumor, right? There's no way that someone would even take a milkshake 30 feet away from Alan Rickman, let alone his car, let alone put it in his car and spill it. So I looked it up on IMDb. It happened. Apparently, you know what? I'm gonna prove it to you. See? Also, can we talk about the fact that Matthew Lewis was there too? What's his deal? Did he have a banana split? Was he putting it on top of the shake and they were making a little ice cream shop in the back? Also, this means that Alan Rickman was eating ice cream. He took them to get ice cream? What did he get? What ice cream flavor did he eat? Oh my gosh, him licking an ice cream cone? Stop. Okay. This is a lot to process. This is a lot to take in. But yeah, this is going to be a series now. We're going to talk about all of those facts. In Order of the Phoenix, Daniel Radcliffe came up with the idea that Harry would wear an outfit similar to Professor Lupin, a man who he really looked up to for his lessons with Dumbledore's army. Elbow patches were never so touching. Evanna Lynch beat out thousands of girls for the role of Luna Lovegood. When she went in front of the producer and director, they were like, she's Luna. Unbeknownst to them, she had written a letter to J.K. Rowling herself, she who must not be named. The nargles on that girl. The actress who played Narcissa was actually supposed to play Bellatrix, but she got pregnant, and not by Lucius Malfoy, so she had to step down, and by the time, the baby was outside of her, she stepped in to play the role of Narcissa. It's wild to think of anyone other than Helena playing Bellatrix. Emma Watson almost gave up acting after the 5th movie, and the only reason she stayed is because she couldn't stand to see anyone else play Hermione. I guess she really sunk her teeth into the role. Get it? Because she had big teeth in the books. Oopsie. More Harry Potter behind the scenes facts. Did you know that in Order of the Phoenix, Ron talks about the room of requirement? He's like, I wonder if it could turn into a bathroom if we needed it. This is actually a reference to the novel Goblet of Fire, where Dumbledore mentions that it once turned into a laboratory for him. Which is odd because according to She Who Must Not Be Named, they just went wherever they wanted and vanished it like Mr. Clean. This one kind of hurt. In the picture of the original Order of the Phoenix, James and Oliver Phelps played their deceased uncles, the Pruitts, so. Ooh. Fred was practicing, I guess. The wand choreography used in the movies is actually consisted of 5 different spell styles, and each actor was allowed to make it their own. So Lucius Malfoy, Jason Isaacs, made it more stiff and formal, whereas Gary Oldman, who played Sirius Black, made it more snappy and Street Fighter style. KO! It's what happened to him. And Evanna Lynch made her radish earrings, and they looked ravishing.
Time for more wild behind-the-scenes Harry Potter facts. Did you know that Imelda Staunton was the only actress that the producers considered for Umbridge? She even had the idea to add more and more padding onto her costume as the movie progresses, and to make it more and more pink. Because, the books described her as a toad. And that was totally accurate. Speaking of pink, they made Tonks's hair purple instead of pink like in the movies because they thought that pink was connotated with Umbridge. I used to like pink. Katie, the actress who played Cho Chang, was so nervous for her kiss with Daniel that she was stressing out for weeks beforehand. Then the day came when they were supposed to do their... And Daniel got sick. With love. No, it was probably like the flu or something, I don't know. It rains a lot in London, so yeah, they probably got a cold. Oof, and this one is good. Stephen King himself said that Dolores Umbridge was the best villain to come along since Hannibal Lecter. She wants fava beans and a nice...
The Department of Mysteries was the first complete computer-generated set. It just would have been way too expensive to build. They would have needed like 15,000 crystal balls.
And the balls were too expensive.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not 12.
Even though Trelawney and Umbridge do not get along in the movie, they're best friends in real life. Apparently they even live like opposite of each other. I bet even Trelawney didn't see that one coming. Order of the Phoenix was the first movie in the franchise to not use real cathedrals and castles for the interior scenes, and they just used them all on sets. Why does that make me kind of sad? I feel like it kind of loses some of its magic. There were over 30,000 individual tiles in the Ministry of Magic set. Real ones would have been too expensive to use like ceramic or anything, so they just heavily painted some cardboard. Gotta use those old diaper boxes, baby.
Remember in Chamber of Secrets when Ron comes on his little fly car with his boys and they say, "Rescuing you, of course," to Harry? Well, in Order of the Phoenix, Mad-Eye Moody says the same thing. A life for a life. He didn't say that exactly, but it's just funny because, you know, he expires in that scene after. One of Neville's only successful spells in this movie is Petrificus Totalis, which you might remember Hermione using on him in the first movie to make him a stone-cold stunner. As you can imagine, with Umbridge being the new Defense Against the Arts teacher, her office looked a little different than the ones before her, including a carpet that they made for her that cost £50,000. What a waste of money, all for a wet blanket. In the scene where Luna Lovegood is barefoot, it was 50 degrees while filming, so Ivana Lynch said that her feet got quite chilly. I'm glad she didn't get cold feet for the scene.